Bonsoir, mes amis. They tell us technology is progress. They tell us Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok are just neutral tools, harmless platforms for posting photos, watching cat videos, connecting with friends. That's the bait. But what if I told you the switch is control? What if we are not using the tools? What if the tools are using us? Journalist Carol Cadwallader calls it digital dictatorship. A new system where real power is no longer held by governments, but by corporations who harvest our data, track our behavior, and decide what billions of people see every single day. It sounds extreme, but let me remind you of something. In 2018, the world learned about Cambridge Analytica, a shady data mining firm linked to Steve Bannon and right-wing billionaires. They secretly harvested the Facebook data of over 80 million users. Not just names and birthdays, but personality profiles, interests, networks of friends. That stolen data was then weaponized to manipulate elections. It was used to push Brexit in the UK and to help Donald Trump win the White House. And here's the part that should terrify you. None of it was illegal at the time, because our laws were already decades behind. Think about that. One private company, using one social media platform, was able to tip the scales of entire nations. That's not just targeted advertising, that is the mass manipulation of democracy. And since then, the problem has only gotten worse. Today, Facebook and YouTube run on opaque algorithms designed to maximize engagement. What gets promoted is not what informs you, it's what enrages you. Studies by MIT and Stanford show that false stories spread 6 times faster on social media than real ones. And do you know what that means? Lies, conspiracy theories, disinformation, they are literally more profitable than the truth. Meanwhile, TikTok, owned by China's ByteDance, tracks biometric data, keystrokes, and even facial recognition. Elon Musk's X platform boosts extremist voices while gutting content moderation. And Meta's own internal research, leaked by whistleblower Frances Haugen, showed that Instagram worsens body image issues for 1 in 3 teenage girls. These are not glitches in the system. They are the system. Here's the bait again. They say it's about freedom, freedom of expression, freedom of connection, freedom of choice. But the switch is surveillance. Surveillance capitalism. Your privacy, your attention, even your emotions, traded away for profit and political control. And governments, they are far behind. Canada has no strict digital transparency laws. The United States failed to pass meaningful reforms after Cambridge Analytica. The European Union has gone further with GDPR and the new Digital Services Act, but even there, enforcement is slow, fragmented, and often blocked by lobbying from Silicon Valley. The result is clear. These platforms are no longer just communication tools. They are political actors. They destabilize societies, tilt elections, and decide what counts as truth. Already, researchers at Oxford documented foreign interference campaigns that reached hundreds of millions of users. Already, artificial intelligence is being used to generate deepfake videos, fake news, and propaganda at a scale we've never seen before. And ask yourself, what happens in 2024, in 2025, in 2026? When Trump, Poilievre, Bolsonaro, and Le Pen all lean on these platforms to bypass the press and flood the public square with rage bait and lies? What happens when the only reality most people see is the one engineered for them by algorithms designed to addict and divide? Mes amis, the danger is not in the future, it's already here. Carol Cadwallader is right, democracies are not prepared for this. Our laws lag. Our politicians look away. And too many of us surrender our personal information without even realizing the cost. So here's the question. If technology has become the most powerful political force in the world, how do we stop democracy from being hollowed out from within? If unelected tech executives can decide elections, shape belief systems, and sell us a false reality, are we still free citizens? Or have we quietly become digital subjects of an empire we cannot see? Je suis Elise Moreau. Stay sharp, stay curious, and don't believe the headlines until we headline them.